First off, it's Charles J. Yeah, just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burkhead. Everybody say they won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Well, you know, I wasn't really fucking with this shit, but this was a special request. This shit was requested up on me to do this video, so I guess I'm gonna do it. I'm entitled this motherfucker, Is Eminem the greatest rapper of all time? I think it's very goddamn interesting though. Quite hilarious even. Like I said, this was requested upon me to do this video. I ain't really put much thought into it. I just looked up some shit and clicked on some shit and now I'm at it. So I don't know, this is a broad subject. It's so many ways I could you know, come at this motherfucker. So I'm just gonna get into shit, man. And shout out to my audience. I can understand why many people would think he's the greatest of all time. I can understand why. Yeah, I can definitely understand why. Because I started rapping late. You know, I've always sung. That was always my thing. I was a singer. And I started rapping when I went to prison. And so by the time I was like 19, I started rapping. So I caught on to the craft late, but just perfected the shit. But and now I'm a vet at this shit. I feel like I'm goddamn legendary. Yeah, in my own mind, I'm a legendary rapper. Yeah. So yeah, throughout my journey of writing and all that there, I've gotten better and better, and my mind is broadened, and I understand the craft. I understand hip hop. I understand it in the purest form. I understand what it was started for. I understand what it means. I understand what hip hop is. And so I stand for hip hop. Now that I'm older, now that I've wrote many songs, now that I've wrote many lyrics, I understand that it's levels to this shit. And I understand that when I was 19, I don't think the way I think now. Yeah, at 19, yeah, I would have said it because at one point it was a popular thing to say. Yeah, brothers just used to say that shit. Yeah, Eminem the greatest rapper of all time. Yeah, I used to say the shit. Yeah, Eminem can't nobody fuck with. If he ain't the greatest, he one of the greatest. Okay. Yeah, we used to say shit like that. I remember the first time, because I had never heard nobody dispute Eminem. Everybody always said he was the truth. Let me tell you something, he got more than flowers. He got the whole goddamn, that motherfucker got the whole goddamn garden, he got the land, the flowers, he got the rose, everything. So nobody ever took credit from him. Like I said, this was the first time, and I was like 19, 20, and I was in the pen. And it was an old school cat. And he was a 5%er, Rason. And he was like, and we were just talking, because you know, motherfucker always debate Pac and Biggie and rappers and shit like that. That's the biggest goddamn argument in prison. So, motherfucker said, yeah, well, Eminem, he the truth. And one motherfucker, yeah, he the greatest. Ain't nobody fucking with Eminem. And that's when school got mad. He said, you motherfuckers. He said, he basically was like, what makes him the greatest? And he went in depth on it, and he just was explaining why. And at that time, it kind of shocked me. I was like, once he said the reasons why, it kind of hit me like, oh, I just been saying this shit. Oh, I just say it because I hear other people say it, basically. Okay, when it comes to Eminem, he's a good rapper. He's a good rhymer. I don't, now that I'm a veteran and I understand hip hop, I don't got Eminem in my top 50. No, he's not. I don't got him in my top 25. None of that shit, because I understand what it means to be great. He's one of the greatest rhymers. Putting rhymes together, you goddamn right. And let me tell you something about hip hop, because a lot of you motherfuckers, and with this drill music, you motherfuckers, y'all don't feel shit. You motherfuckers numb on this dope. And when you get that dope in, I tell you motherfuckers think you're Rambo or call a goddamn dude. But now, music used to have feeling to it. Yeah, rappers used to could make you cry. I bet ain't now. Let me tell you something. And I think the saddest song Eminem ever dropped was I said, I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. Yeah, that's the saddest shit he ever wrote. And black folks kind of fucked with it. I ain't never seen a brother cry listening to it. Yeah, I ain't never seen Big Mama cry listening to Eminem. I ain't never seen one of my aunties crying listening to some guy. I done seen them cry listening to Pop. Yeah, I done seen them cry listening to plenty other brothers. So now, bro, it's about that. Yeah, you know Eminem's biggest problem. He could rhyme real good and even had a little bit of rhythm, but he never had no sauce. Nah, he never had no sauce. No, that was something he's always lacked. Matter of fact, I don't know a white boy that ever used our music and had sauce. Nah, I can't think of one. I know some pretty good ones. Yeah. Anyway, if you ask me, the GOAT of all white boys to me is the Frank Sinatra. Yeah, I think he's the GOAT of all white boys. That's the baddest white boy ever lived. It's Frank Sinatra. And he helped a few brothers. So yeah, I give you a card, Frank. But anyway, nah, bro, you ain't never touched that shit. Don't touch us. It's just some good rhymes. Like if you want to hear some rhyme, and it's plenty of other brothers that's better than that at rhyming. If you just listen to rhyme, all you gotta do is listen to these battle rappers. Yeah, they rhyme all day long. So yeah, he's a good rhymer. How many songs have you put together that you hear every time when you was in the street, or when he dropped it at the time, every time you went to the gas station to get you some Swishers, or some Perfecto, cause you know it was Perfectos back then, or some Optimos, was your ass bumping, mama cleaned out my closet, and I never meant to hurt you, or hi, my name is what? You motherfucker, I ain't never pulled up at Now Hood store and heard an Eminem song. So I'm saying that to say this, when you talk about you the greatest, cause I'm gonna tell y'all, so, and black folks, black, y'all don't understand the power of our voice. The poor people have always had the biggest voice. Yeah, that's how that's where hip hop come from, poverty. So it was the poor that always had the loudest voice. So a lot of times we think you gotta be some rich motherfucker, you gotta have this and that. No, it's the streets that got the biggest voice. So when your voice can touch the streets, that's the ultimate of hip hop, in my opinion, because that's where it comes from, the streets. And when I say the streets, I don't mean who can talk about dope the best. I don't mean who can talk about doing all this and robbing that. No, I'm talking about everyday struggle, and that's what rap don't possess no more. That's the biggest thing about hip hop that disgusts me. It's almost shameful to talk about pain. It's shameful to talk about struggles and being broke without talking about, yeah, I used to be, but now I'm on the yacht. No, just keep talking about the struggle, because it's a lot of black folks that's still struggling. So yeah, keep the struggle music alive. Yeah, I want to keep struggle music alive, because that was the shit that touched the streets. That was what touched the streets, not only the streets, but the world. See, it's a lot of motherfuckers that crossed over. You can name B.O.B. Yeah, he can rap all over the world and they know his music. But now we talking about the streets. That's the core. That's why people say Pac the greatest. Because you can still go to the hood store in 2022 and you might hear a motherfucker, all eyes on me. Yeah, you still hear that shit bumping because it had that sauce to it. So it's just a difference. And it's a difference when it comes to this sauce. Eminem never had the sauce. He had the rhymes, no sauce. So yeah, that's the difference. But he was a very good rhymer. But when it comes to touching people, that's and you know, to any rappers, if any of you know, you stinking motherfuckers listening, write shit to touch people, bro. That's the deepest form of hip hop. That's what really makes you great. It ain't about how tough you can sound. It's about almost the embarrassing shit, the shit you ashamed of, the poorness, the syrup sandwiches. Yeah, that kind of shit. Yeah, the syrup and mayonnaise sandwiches. Yeah, that's the shit that really touch people. Yeah, if you can't make a motherfucker cry when you rap, I don't even want to listen to you. Yeah, so that's, yeah, you gotta have that sauce. So yeah, Eminem could never be the greatest of all time, in my opinion. I told you, he's not a top 25, not a top 50, not even a top 100. The matter of fact, I don't got no white boy on my list. So yeah, it's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.